was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up
between the Washington football team
and the Arizona Cardinals.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Lindsay, the ball carrier.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On second down, it's Lindsay, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle.
At the 24-yard line.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Stephon Diggs. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Ball carrier.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
A first down carry for Henry. And some space here. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Derrick Henry, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, Derrick Henry, the league's leading rusher in 2019. You wouldn't think a man that big could motor like that, but he can all right, and he proved it right there.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the
That's good for the Cardinals. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 19. A first down there on a pickup of 25. These two teams all tied after one. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Montez Sweat. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Left side to Lamb. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now Tua on the bootleg here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Derrick Henry. And he's into the clear. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Derrick Henry, 76 yards.
And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
And it really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive guy,
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
And they run the option on 2nd down.
To a fast pass outside complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Tua now on first down.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
He can't get him down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. That throw by Brady, incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
It's 3rd down.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Gun, it's Brady. Got a man, it's Tanyan, complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
On is the punter Long here as he sends this one away.
That's pulled in at the 32. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. On first down, Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Darren Waller with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Cardinals 21, Washington 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. The final shot before half for Brady. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Washington takes over 1st and 10. At their own 22.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run by Henry. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Brady.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. This is caught by Jackson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Demario Davis makes the tackle. He led the Saints in that category in 2019. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
47-yard line.
Again, it's Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll lead the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. On play action, it's Brady. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11.
Washington.
Shotgun now for Brady. And that is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. This one complete to Tanyan underneath. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Now a guy who missed the last 2 full seasons, it's Jerick McKinnon. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. On play action, now Brady sliding out of the pocket. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Let's go. 16-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Lindsey. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 78 yards. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Henry. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. This is Henry. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Washington.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And they're going to be be set up down around the 15-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Washington first down.
Steps away to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. And it'll be a 2nd and long. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Brady. And that is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Robert Tonyan, 30 yards. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
That was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of a yard on the play.
Now Tagovailoa. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Tua on 4th down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Tua. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Complete.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back to throw is Tua. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. A quick toss outright. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on third down. Even better decision.
Tagovailoa looking to throw it. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And he slings one that's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And it's third down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Darian Thompson. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
So after the INT, it's Brady. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brad McDougald. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. I get and appreciate that they wanted to go for the win, not play for overtime, but that's the cost right there.
Not so sure their fans feel the same way as you.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Come on, Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
At their own 41-yard line.
On the counter, Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants